Hello and good evening. This is your boy Von B, and it's my main man Elton. Uh, and this is episode 117 of the UN podcast. Been doing this for a
Wow.
little bit. Oh yeah, building up. So just want everything going good for you, man.
Yeah. USA, USA.
Amer- America. We beat the Canadians at their own sport, male and female. So gotta
Yeah,
love that. All right.
congrats to them.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's I saw a thing that it was on the Joe Budden podcast, and he was talking about this was it musical guy, like he was a producer, and he basically said that musicians don't fail from lack of talent, and I'm paraphrasing this. He said they fail because they can't their personality won't allow them to deal with the long stretches of nobody listening to them. Because you start, hmm? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's an interesting take.
No, it's just like there's gonna be a long period of time, longer than you expect, for you to do something, but nobody's gonna pay you any attention.
hmm
And with the way the guy was saying was most people cannot handle that aspect of getting into a creative thing.
You want success and you want it right away.
Right. So the ones who quit are the ones who cannot handle that part. Kind of like this. It's like, been doing this for a little bit. And as you're figuring out like how like your voice and how you say stuff and how you do stuff, it's gonna be a long time of it's just you and like maybe a couple friends of yours who will listen to you while you do it and trying for that consistency and just doing it over and over and over again where no one's paying you any attention. So it's like, how long can you go?
Right.
And for a lot of people, it's not long enough. They stop right before. It's the same meme of the guy digging the tunnel, and he stops like right before the jackpot of all the diamonds,
Oh,
and he quits. You know?
right.
Yeah. So that just came to my mind when I realized how many episodes we've been doing. All right, so the first, and if I can find it. All right, yeah. So let's share this. So you see what I'm talking about. All right, Star Trek artist warns fans that review bombing Starfleet Academy could end the franchise. Uh, the debate around supposed Starfleet Academy review bombing, which is something that people who make a terrible product always has been saying for the last couple of years now. That people aren't uh disliking the thing that I made. It is a concentrated effort of some people, mostly YouTubers, to get people to make this thing look bad, which is kind of stupid. No, it is. Flashpoint in the ongoing culture war between legacy franchises and their audiences. And even now, longtime Star Trek insiders are weighing in, following the Rocky, to put it bluntly, rollout of Star Trek Starfleet Academy. The fact that Nerdrotic got more views, concurrent views, with a Spock action figure sitting on a chair than their YouTube, them putting the first episode on YouTube, which is crazy.
That's kind of rough.
Yeah, dude. This happens when you kill stuff. New narrative begun to circulate on less focus on the show itself and more on the supposed consequences of fan backlash. Some franchise insiders are now warning that sustained negative feedback and so-called review bombing could push Star Trek toward another long hiatus, even threaten its viability in the streaming era altogether. But that raises an uncomfortable question. If the current direction of the franchise isn't resonating with the audiences, would stepping away for a time really be a bad thing? And could a pause exactly what Star Trek needs to recalibrate and rediscover what made it endure for nearly 60 years? Right. Insider claims put fans in the crosshairs. The controversy escalated when veteran Star Trek artist Christopher Cushman publicly suggested that negative audiences' reactions could have long-term consequences of the franchise's future. Negative review bombing of Academy is likely to end the possibility of shows like Legacy, as well put Trek into a 10 to 15-year hiatus. Honestly, with much of the negativity rhetoric coming out before airing of the first episode based on the trailer and stills. Bottom line, if fans actually succeed in tanking Starfleet Academy, most likely the outcome would be Legacy becomes less likely. Legacy is you know what Legacy is, right?
Is that the new show?
No, Legacy, Picard season 3 set up a new television show called Legacy, which would have starred Jean-Luc Picard's son, and Seven of Nine, and Geordie LaForge's daughter. So it'd have been like a passing of the torch. Their ship was Riker's old ship, which was renamed to the Enterprise because of that, right? So it was set up. The fans, for the most part, liked it, and Kurtzman didn't want to do it because he had nothing to do with season 3 of Picard. So the fact that this dude says Legacy will come less likely, the reason why he didn't want to do it is because it showed him that while the fans did not like Discovery and all the stuff that he has done, they love this. And for someone who is very narcissistic, the last thing they want is to be proven that what they've been doing is incorrect. So Legacy was never going to happen. So I don't know what this dude is talking about.
It's like a spinoff.
Yes, it would.
Oh, okay.
And the way that it was set up, you could have had reoccurring things of the old crew from the Next Generation. So you could have had Geordie LaForge because his daughter's on there. You could have had, like, if he was able to do it, you could have had Jean-Luc Picard. You could have had West. All the characters who are still alive could have been on this show as a recurring, like, guest coming in for episode or two, like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was never going to happen. So this dude thinking that was going, Alex Kurtzman was never going to let that happen. Have a thing that he let the guy who did Picard season 3 do it because he didn't care anymore, and because the fans rejected Picard season 1 and season 2, the stuff that he had something to do with, they hated it. So he's like, I don't care. So he wanted to work on Section 31 and do his own other thing. So while he's off doing that, this thing becomes a huge hit. It's kind of like The Mandalorian. Right?
Oh, okay.
Season 1, Kennedy had nothing to do with it. None of the Lucasfilm or whatever. They let your boy do whatever he wanted. Huge hit. And that's when they came in and every season afterwards started going less and less. Is because they had more input afterwards.
Oh, okay.
So it's the exact same thing. That was never going to happen. His ego was too big for that to, especially if it was a hit. At the same time, he's wrapping up Strange New World and Discovery. Nobody's watching those, but everybody starts watching this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a slap in the face, man. He's like, no. So this guy thinking that show was ever going to happen is hilarious. Trek TV enters a cooling off period. Good. Everything they've been putting out has been crap. Like, okay, so if it goes on hiatus, that means that they will fire everybody who has something to do with it now.
Oh,
dude, 10 years from now, I'll be in my 60s. You'd probably be 40 or whatever, but it'll be a new. Whoever owned Paramount at that point, it'll be a whole new thing. And it'll be a return because of the failures of this. It'll be a return to what people like. So all that's a good thing. Executives grow weary of the audience. Yeah, the current executives right now who are making crap. So all this points, I'm like, what are you trying to prove with this? The franchise is losing momentum. It has no momentum. Nobody's watching it. Ironically, the best way to get Star Trek Legacy would be to demonstrate that Star Trek as a whole is still worth investing in, not to prove that even devoted fans will abandon it. So this is what I said before. Would you support something even though they took the thing that you like in a terrible direction? Would you support it on the hopes that they may give you something better later?
Oh, that's a good question. Huh. Uh, maybe one. Like maybe I would give it a chance because if it's something that I'm really looking forward to,
Mhm.
it's like yeah, maybe I won't like negatively review it in the hope that they can make something better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a hope. But if the people who are in charge have zero desire to do that, because and I was listening to somebody who was talking about this. This stuff is exactly it's not like it's an accident. So this is exactly what Kurtzman wants to make, and you're rejecting what he wants to make. So it's like he has zero inclination or desire to give you what you want because you rejected what he wants to make.
Right.
So, like, my personal view is like, no, I wouldn't. If you have proven to me that you have no desire to to make the thing that I'm interested in, and you went into something knowing that it was this particular thing, and you have changed it into something else to what you want, and the part that bugs me about it is doesn't just apply to this. It applies to video games and movies and this, that, and it's the same thing over and over. And this will lead back to the next thing we're going to talk about is what's going on in Xbox. Uh, is your favorite thing has been invaded by somebody else who doesn't want it to be what's the line from Men in Black is like the bug comes in and is walking around in Edgar skin suit. Edgar's gone. It's just the outer appearance of Edgar, and the person who's weren't walking around could care less of what you think about how they're acting. And like this guy, he is come and he's doing what all these Hollywood types do. Instead of just accepting that maybe the fan base doesn't like the thing that you're doing, you attack them and say you have to like this. And like, no, I don't. I don't have to like anything.
When it's like that, that kind of makes it harder, or actually, it makes it hard to like the thing that they're trying to say. Oh, you know, don't say bad things about this. It's like
Yeah,
that makes me want to go the opposite way. It's like, oh, now you're telling me what I can think or should not say.
yeah. Keep in mind, this show has plenty of stuff. This is the thing that I bring up with you a lot is our science fiction is written by people who don't understand science. So there is a plot on this year episode where this season's episodes where there is a bat-like creatures who are taking over a ship who weakness is sound. So they went and got a guy who has a secret weapon to take on them, and they're gonna use a secret weapon from one ship to another ship. So they're gonna use a sound weapon in space from one ship to another ship in space.
Seems legit.
Yeah, there is no air, so there's no way any sonic weapon will work. This person right here is a the product uh the product of a Jim Hadar and a Klingon female. Jim Hadar have zero sexual ability at all. They aren't. It's not like they were made and then kind of didn't have sex, they don't have genitalia, so they can't make people. They are a clone race that was created by this other group to fight wars. That's it. That's their whole purpose, is to do that. There is no way that this could actually happen, that she could actually happen. No way. But they decided, because they wanted to combine two warrior races and make this. She is short and fat, short, fat, and loud. So she's supposed to be a warrior, but she is grotesquely fat. And a combination of things that can't make babies. So what this guy's asking is a show that routinely spits on the face of the actual fan base, that they should just support it anyway, because at the other end, there could be this thing that not all of them, but a nice chunk of them want it as a TV show. It's like, no, it's just, maybe if you would have caught me earlier, I could have did that, maybe. But we're in the FAFO part of everything right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just where we're at. So no. So most people can be no. If you want to be Gillette and tell your male customers that they should stop being toxically male, I'm just gonna buy something else. You can do whatever you want. You can make every commercial talking crap about how men suck. I'm like, okay, good on you. You be good with that. So yeah, I think that's where we're at. Says, if Trek fails, fans will have an equal share of the outcome. My past criticism has always been vocal about the destruction of the original storylines. Academy is 10,000 years into the future and poses little to no risk on continuity. If you hate it, don't watch it, and people aren't. That's the problem. The review bombing is not the problem. The problem is nobody's watching it. So, but this is what I mean. They had a Klingon in the dress repeatedly this season. Looked like he had a wedding gown on this particular episode. I saw someone posted that. So the responses to this is okay. So they won't let me see it. All right. Okay. So anyway, it's just I think what we need is for more and more people to just start making their own stuff. But the problem with that is that is getting harder and harder to do, because the people who own all of the means to do so. Because I was looking at this guy who's an artist, and he, like, artists are getting, it's because there's so much AI stuff, and it is getting harder and harder for you to get yourself out there in terms of like YouTube and whatever. So it's a lot of stuff happening right now in terms of. So I'm not exactly sure how you how you create your own thing. You know what I mean? Because it's
Yeah, I get what you mean.
yeah. So like, it's something that should be done, and I'm not saying that people shouldn't do it. It's just trying to think of how, because you can have your own website, but who's gonna go to? How do you traffic people to your website? So if the people who are control of TikTok and Instagram, YouTube, and all that are pushing other stuff, and you are a slave basically to the algorithm. Let me see if there is a AI singer on Spotify. So let's think if I can find this. Yeah, She's like on Spotify. Where it's based out of like Richard, like this dude. Okay, see if I can find. No, but because okay, so this is what I want. Pinto. So let's see if I can find videos. Okay. I don't know. I got hit for like 2 different things last week. So they stopped sharing the video.
Oof.
Hey everybody, I'm Rick Beato. So a friend of mine sent me this LA.
All right. So,
On to say possibly AI. I click on their Instagram to see what's going on there. So I click on the January.
okay.
6 of Spotify's top 50 trending songs in the US were fully AI generated. Okay, so what does Sienna Rose actually sound like? I'll play a little bit of her song Into the Blue.
You by my side into the blue. I'm falling with you.
There's a singer named Sabrina Claudia who this sounds like. I mean, exactly.
Okay, you get the idea. So anytime I hear that something is possibly AI, I click on their Instagram to see what's going on there. So I click on the link provided here in Spotify, and it brings me to this page, Sienna Rose, who has 35 posts and 6,971 followers. That's not very many followers for someone with about 4 million monthly listeners. Should be way more than that. So as a point of comparison, let's look at another artist that's in the same style, like a kind of neo soul. This is Victoria Monet. She has 3.7 million monthly listeners. Here's one of her songs. On My Mama.
I put that on my mama, on my hood. I look fly, I look good.
Now, unlike Sienna Rose, this song has 192 million plays. She also has a song called Monopoly that's got 202 million plays. That's the amount of plays you would expect for someone that has 4 million monthly listeners. And if you go to her Instagram, she has 2.1 million followers there, which is what you would expect with a real human being. If we go back to Sienna Rose's Instagram and you click these 3 buttons to see about her account, it says date joined 2022, account based in Norway. Well, if you go talk, I'm not saying anything, but if you watch this video.
So I keep seeing these comments everywhere. She's AI.
Does she sound like she's from Norway?
No.
So somebody from Norway decided to make a AI generated person, and then when they get called on it, because I guess they figured, well, if they're gonna do like black music, so she needs to be black, so they made a black AI character, and then now they have her all the black mannerism, black chick mannerism, head side, little attitude, kind of like smirk and whatever. So I'm like, so some very blonde person probably did this. So it's like, hey, I think I should be offended at this.
Well, I feel real. And I hope the 3 million people listening feel the same.
Okay, so what's the deal? Why is Spotify pushing this crap? I mean, is it possible?
But the reason why I showed you that, it goes back to what I was saying. All right. It's like you're trying to do something, and this person sounds like a person who has a like 6 or 7 albums kind of deal. Sounds like her.
It sounded good, the song.
Right, because it sounds like stuff that you've heard.
Right.
So right. So if I took all of, I don't know, say I opened up a hamburger place and I just made a hamburger that tastes like all your favorite hamburgers, like not all of them together, but it's like it would sit in the middle of all that. Like it's not too this, it's not too that, it's not whatever. So it's like it's in the middle there. It doesn't stand out, but it's in there. So you would be like, yeah, it's cool. I will go. Yeah, I'll go there. Doesn't quite taste like an In-N-Out burger, but doesn't quite taste like McDonald's, and but it tastes like it's somewhere in the middle. I'm not changing anything, right? But the added bonus to her that these things can like if you look at these AI channels in terms of like the lo-fi ones, lo-fi girl, they gotta go out and they gotta curate, they gotta go find new artists, they have to go listen to the songs, make sure that the song's not AI, they gotta make sure that the song sounds good, there's no curse word or anything untoward in it that will cause them to have issues with. So that takes a time, a while. So they will come out with a new thing. I'm quite sure the people who do that channel right now, there's a whole bunch of them, so they can do at least once a week or whatever with a new playlist, whatever, right? The AI stuff, they can crank this shit out every day.
Yeah, it's true.
Right. So if you are a record label, I mean, I ain't gotta put up with I'm not interested at this point. I'm not Sun Records who loves rock and roll, but can't really can't get white America to get into rock and roll. So therefore, I'm looking for a white guy to do black music. So I find this guy who is this white kid who is singing at a black church, and I go, hey, I can get him to do so. It's not like that where I'm trying to break a new thing and I'm trying to push a new whatever. This will not be new. It'll be this is this genre, this whatever. So there'll be no new genres. It'll just be something that is like comfort food, and it'll just be the same, because it can't create anything. But I don't have to worry about your attitude. I don't have to worry about you getting drunk, and can't go to the concert or can't do the concert. I don't have to worry about you studio time because I can just crank this shit out. And people will like it because like if you just heard that mixed into the playlist of Neo Soul, would you even notice a difference?
No.
No, because it'll fit the vibe.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's like I don't know exactly how that would overall in the next 10 years when nothing is new is created, no new whatever is created. So I don't know how that's gonna play out in terms of like the future, whatever, right? So, but that's why I'm saying is if you are a new person, you're a new singer, it's a little disconcerting because you can have a hit song, you can make something brand new, have a hit song, and then some asshole will come through and just copy what you're doing. Plug your song into their matrix and then crank out 25 different versions of the thing that you work very hard to make. And because they're not creative anymore, they won't care in the short term. So it's a little it's hard to be kind of creative right now. It's hard, but it's not. It's hard, but it's not hard kind of thing. Because at some point you kind of want to be able to make money on it, and until we get through this little time period, it's going to be a little rough. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. It's hard to discern like what is what's real or not.
Well, I mean, like the thing is like most people in terms of music will be like you would be considered a normie. You're not. You got your own other issues, and all you just want to put something on in the background while you're doing something, while you cleaning up your bathroom or whatever, right? So you probably have favorite artists, and then again, this will be mixed in with all of that. It'll be like Chris Brown or Afro beats or whatever. It'll be a version of that. So I don't know. Okay, so the next news thing is I know you're not a gamer, right? So we're gonna get into a bit, but they just clean house at Microsoft, like Xbox, and the if I can show you a picture of the lady. So two people basically, one was forced to retire, and the other one kind of was fired, but they're doing the whole, she's for more opportunities thing. All right. So these two. The chick, an hour before they announced that she was leaving, she posted a thing on linked up where she was looking for input on the new Xbox type stuff. And then an hour later, she resigns. Yeah. So, like, Microsoft has this, and this is what people concerned. Microsoft has been kind of screwing up Xbox a lot since the Xbox One. So the Xbox 360, they were on top of the world, and they decided that they wanted it to be a cable box for some reason. So they've been being, since then, in the last 5-6 years, they've been very much de-emphasizing the gaming part of the gaming console. It's like, I get this thing because I want to play games. I don't want to watch television. I mean, that's what I do for the most part right now on my PlayStation because there's no games. No, dude, there's literally
it's a media player.
That's basically what it is, because there's like nothing. Like, something will come out, I'll play it, finish it, and then there'll be nothing. Nothing worth playing. It'll be like rehashes of this and redone of that, and it's just nothing, right? And then now we're coming into this, like, so I got this computer. I can play games on my computer now. All right. But it's a similar problem because the people who control most of this stuff is these major corporations who, for whatever reason, aren't putting out. No, the reasons are, I mean, think about it. Like, the reasons are they're risk averse, so they don't want to do anything, and that leads back to the stuff with the virtual singer. Is you can just keep cranking out stuff that people like, and never push the envelope because kind of you don't really want to, because that takes risks. So
yeah, we always have like content or slop.
Right. So it's the same thing with video games. So like, if you go back and you look at PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, they had so many games, and it was like not everything worked and not everything was a hit, but it was this throw everything at the wall kind of thing. Let's see if this works. Let's see if that worked. This game type and yada yada yada, right? And this generation, that little wide spectrum of what used to be is now this little narrow cone of people like this. And at the same time, corporations want to do their own version of Fortnite. So everybody wants a Fortnite because it's a simple game. They put a little bit of like money towards it, makes a whole lot. But problem with that is, just like Netflix, it can only be one Netflix. There's only one Fortnite. People aren't interested in your version of Fortnite. There's already a Fortnite. There's a Minecraft. You don't need to you can't make your own Minecraft. You can make your own thing. And I told you before, like, how Fortnite came about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a happy accident. So that means you got to take a chance on something new to get the happy accident. But the companies don't want to do that.
It's true, huh? There are like no games coming out.
Yeah, like nothing.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what this says. Xbox leadership structure is undergoing the most dramatic upheaval in more than a decade after Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer announced his retirement, and Xbox president Sarah Bond confirmed that she is leaving the company after an hour prior to that asking for input into future Xbox type stuff. Both moved simultaneously and landed simultaneous. That means somebody up higher decided to go in a different direction. On to internal communications. Spencer's retirement becomes effective February 23rd, tomorrow. Bond has decided to leave Microsoft and begin a new chapter. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
Yeah, Microsoft has tapped Asha Sharma, current president of, and here is the reason that people are a little nervous. Core AI product. The dude who is in charge of Microsoft right now is yet another CEO who has a buck up his ass about AI. It's like EVs. Most people don't want an EV. You can do whatever you want. They're still not going to buy it. People are skeptical right now about AI, and more information is coming out. It's not that. It's not where they want it to be. I told you about what happened. Supposedly happened at Amazon when they put their AI in charge of some core programming issues, and it decided to shut everything down while it fixed something that it thought needed to be fixed. And because so many people are tied into the AWS backbone type stuff, it screwed up the internet.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, oopsie. So, all right. And so right now there is see if I can find this. Okay. New Xbox CEO seemingly using AI for social media responses after promising no soulless AI slop. So this Smash JT, he post this, and he gets into a combination of talks about his 3 favorite games, because she does not look like a gamer at all. And that was the biggest problem with her, is she was supposed to be hit like his she's gonna take over him. Nothing about her says I'm a gamer. Nothing. Not the way she talk. She looked like somebody from HR that they decided to put an Xbox t-shirt on and have her come out and just talk. And this is the biggest dude. It's the biggest problem when with these companies right now. Is I don't know where like gamers want to hear from gamers. They don't want to hear from the person in the PR department trying to describe something that he or she don't use. Because the future is about authenticity, and nothing about how gaming is run right now is authentic. Because it's not. Because a bunch of corporations got in, because gaming started making a lot of money. A bunch of corporations got into it and is screwing everything up.
That's a good point.
Yeah, dude. Gaming was about taking chances, dude. They didn't know if Doom was going to work or any of those other stuff that became these classic games. Think about how, like, if you describe Pac-Man to somebody, you're like, all right, I got this circle that one end just makes a chomping thing, and then you eat these pellets in a in the same, not even a changing grid, the same grid on each level, and periodically a bunch of ghosts comes out and will chase you down. But if you eat this power pellet, then you can eat the ghost, and the ghost will go back to a little penalty box in the middle. And this will go on over and over and over again for hundreds of levels. They will look at you like you crazy.
I'd call you crazy.
Right. But this launched the entire thing. This helped launch the entire thing. People used to wait in line to play this. That, or then you go to like Donkey Kong. Like, all right, this little Italian plumber dude is gonna climb these girders to rescue his princess from this gorilla. He's gonna jump over barrels. So I can describe each one of these games, and right now it will sound crazy, but it was not crazy at the time when this came out. It was very innovative and state of the art type stuff. So
Yeah,
you
they
had,
were willing to push the envelope,
Mhm.
take chances.
Yep. Dude, was it Electronic Arts had a game when Electronic Arts was an actual gaming company and not a corporation that just sells games. No, they had they had like California games and it was like surfing and it was like stuff like that. So they had so many different types of different things. Everyone took a chance. You had an idea, you sat down, you programmed the thing. You didn't have to sell $1 billion worth of crap. You just had to like you sold enough because it was shareware. So you made a game, and then you would go to a comic book shop or if you knew stuff like that, like people who sold PCs or things like that, and you would put your shareware game and you would put it on the wall. It would be like a floppy disk. So you'd have to print you'd have to make floppy disks. So you'd have to like take a chance that you can make enough with the floppy, like with the floppies from the shareware stuff, and the shareware stuff was basically like Doom was the first level of Doom. So when you bought the floppy, you put it in your system, and you was able to play the first level of Doom. And then you could, if you wanted to buy it, then you would send them money. You write them a check, and they would send you a code to unlock the rest of the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
but that means that the first level had to be good because you already made like the floppies weren't cheap, so you had to go buy the floppy disk. Then you had to put your game on these things, so it means the game had to work. Had to work all the way like the entire like when they unlocked it, the rest of the game worked. It just worked. No, it was. If you look back, yeah, it's simple, whatever, but it's simple because of the stuff at the time. So I'm a kid. I have to trick my computer into thinking that my monochrome monitor had color because otherwise Castlevania wouldn't work. So I had to put a program in first that made the computer think that I had a color monitor.
wow.
Yeah. But dude, that's early gaming. So but because the games was small, you like you you was able to take chances. So even though you had to spend money to do so because floppy disks weren't cheap, and you had to imagine like you're selling at a record and you personally have to as an independent person have to buy the product to so other people can sell it. And the only way you can make more money is if you got to sell enough so that you can make more stuff to sell, kind of thing. So you were taking a chance,
Yeah, big time.
right? But people still did. So then when you like, so that's why you had all these companies that people were passionate about it because they were and there was thousands of games. Some were good, some were bad, but it was a lot. There's like, I think for my PlayStation, I think there's like 9 games, 9 actual like things that people talk about. Everything they got a bunch of like little crap here and there, but for the most part, no. But when you go back and you make the comparison to previous generations, it's not even close because these corporations don't want to take no chances, and it sucks. And they're gonna destroy gaming.
You think it's why do you think that is?
Hmm?
Why do you think they're like risk averse?
They're corporations.
Oh.
That's how it works. It's about making
Yeah.
money. So this person who is AI and then the CEO of and dude, Microsoft is also having problems with Windows because they one is bloated, two, they stuck their AI stuff all over the place. And I think with the from what I understand, and I'm not 100% on this, they decided to let their AI tweak Windows in the last couple of updates, and it was bricking people's systems. I saw something where the person was saying that 97% of the stuff that they're trying to get AI to do right now is failing. It's just not good. So let's see if I can find the thing that I looked at earlier. Man, I looked at a lot of stuff. No. Well, it was like a lot of stuff is just not working because they're pushing a product that is not where they want it to be yet, but they can't wait for it to get there because they're trying to be the first one. You hear it a lot of the people who are going to rule the world are the people or the countries that get AI first or something. Right? So that's what they're okay. All right. So this says, AI fails at 96% of the jobs. It's like a study or whatever. So if I can get to spending, because I think you've heard of Chat GPT, right?
Of course.
Chat GPT right now is they don't know if that company OpenAI is going to be in business 5 years from now, because they're spending so much money. I can't. It's probably buried in there somewhere because they're spending so much money that it can't make a profit at all. So a lot of companies who were going to give them money are are backing out. And a lot of these data centers that they were going to build every place, they're having troubles because of power. The fact that the grids everywhere are too old. So it's like they're having troubles with being able to power them. So we're in this weird area of the corporations are pushing stuff that they can't do, but they're down the rabbit hole so much that I don't think they know how to get out of it. And it may wind up just killing a lot of these companies like Microsoft. People are actually contemplating switching to Linux. It's I saw something with HP is dropping Windows or something. It's just not good right now. Oh, in the mix to all of that, you are a small person. You could see this as an opportunity though. Because indie games are doing pretty well. Because those are small and they still are taking chances on stuff. Oh, there's hope. You can go that route. And retro is making a comeback. People are starting to buy CDs, record players, and tapes now.
I heard about that.
Yeah, dude. So it's like we were heading toward the cliff, and everybody a lot of us was like, "Hey, ooh," hold up, let's back up a little bit. I actually like owning stuff. It's I started buying books again. I don't know where I'm gonna put the books that I'm purchasing, but I like owning a thing. I make the money, go buy the thing, read the thing. I could actually give the thing to you and have you read it, and then you can give the thing back to me. I think more and more people are missing that kind of stuff because it's going to make discovery of stuff a little hard, but you will know for a fact that the person you are listening to is an actual artist and an actual singer and an actual person. So while when that 50 Cent Mini Man blues song came out, oh, it's really cool. But then there was an explosion of it. It's oh my God. We're doing a lot of Tupac's, Eminem, and it was sounding weird. It's a lot weird. It's cool, but not cool at the same time. And Ricky was telling me about some was it Mexican singer who died 15 years ago that they have doing concerts and whatnot right now or something like new music, like he's doing reggaeton.
One of those things.
Right. I'm like, it's like, bro, just like the dude from Norway is doing a neo soul chick and deciding to make them a black person who sounds like a black woman from America, who's giving you attitude about how you think that she's AI. It's like this,
I know, complete with that part. I'm like, oh well.
bro. It's a lot of crazy. And do you remember the Michael Jackson? It's like there was the Tupac hologram, which was cool. And then, but when the Michael Jackson one came out, a lot of people, and myself included, was like, I don't know about that.
I
Well,
kind of got that feeling too.
yeah, because he sounded like Mike. He moved around like Mike. But what I was worried about, and you probably as well, is the people behind the scenes will have him doing all kind of stuff. Just like with the first AI stuff, it had him fighting bears and all kind of weird shit, right? So we're in a weird time right now. But the good thing about these types of times is this is when very entrepreneurial people can make some money. So while I stressed before how I don't really know how you can break into it, this type of stuff, whether or not you a musician or an artist or like whatever, the opportunity, if you can figure out how to do it, can't get no better because all the gatekeepers are having problems. The Disneys and all these other all the people who made it difficult for you to get through without having them connect, like locked into you, they're having their own issues. So you could probably, it's gonna be all on you. It's gonna be just like I was telling you with the guys making video games back in the 80s. It's all on you. You gotta take a chance. But you can create doom. Dudes are driving around in Corvettes and whatnot. So, yeah. So there's hope. So I'm not. I think Ricky been talking trash to me about how I be looking at all this negative stuff. I'm like, no, the stuff that I just show you a couple of things that I found interesting. I look at a bunch of stuff. Hell, I looked at a guy who was breaking down the Korean on Dr. Ken's. It went viral in Korea because the interpreter dude was like a black dude came in and his Korean apparently was perfect. And so all the Koreans were like who looked at this thing was like, wow, his mannerisms and everything was perfect. It was very surprised by this. I watched the whole thing. I thought he was breaking down like the Korean and what it sounded like, translating and whatnot. I found it very fascinating. No, dude. So there's a lot of stuff. It's just trying to figure out your whole niche kind of thing. So that's why I keep doing this, running my mouth. Because all it takes is for you to keep doing, and I don't know, maybe somebody will go, hey, these guys are interesting. Maybe we want to enter into the conversation. So, all right. Like I said, there wasn't a lot to talk about today. So I managed to figure out how to occupy 54 minutes of time with a nice conversation with my friend here. You got anything else you want to add?
That was fun. Can't wait for our AI overlords.
Well, given how they putting 7 fingers on people,
with a little bit of pizzazz too, a little bit of.
Oh yeah, bringing down Amazon's whole entire network. Oops. But we'll see. All right. Well, on that note, you have nothing to add. So, all right. Then, on behalf of the UN podcast, episode number 117, we're out.
See
Y'all
ya.
have a good, enjoyable evening and whatnot.